Hello, you must have come across scenarios like this. You were to pay someone with this, instead, you have got only this. Or you have expected a combination of this from the ATM, but you ended up with a big bundle of these combinations. We spend most of our time dealing with currencies, coins, technically called hard cash, liquid cash, or in simple terms, cash. Cash for cash was a situation for us till now, but there is a situation ahead of us to think of alternatives to cash. We introduce to you a simple way of using your mobile phone for cashless transactions. This training module is brought to you by ICT Academy of Kerala. We are a social enterprise partnered by Government of Kerala in association with leading information technology companies in the country. When you talk of cashless payments, you think of credit cards and debit cards being used in POS machines and in shopping malls or for online transactions. This raises a lot of concerns to the common public. Does it require complicated technologies and instruments? Can I use it for small payments and receipts? Do I need to learn a lot of technology to use it? Will it be costly to use it? Through this training program, we are trying to find answers to some of your questions and hopefully help you use your mobile phone for electronic payments. Imagine someone pays you by check. What happens when you deposit in your bank? Does cash move from the other account to your account? Money is transferred electronically. Now, if you were to buy some vegetables from a corner shop and pay for it, yes, you pay through cash from your wallet and close the transactions. If electronic money paid through check is safe and secure, can you not think of replacing your wallet with an electronic one? A mobile phone becoming your wallet? Well, it is very much possible. And you know what? It is easier to set up and use than you think. If you have a valid bank account with debit card, if your mobile number is linked to your bank account, and if you have a mobile phone, a basic phone, or if you have a smartphone with data connection, you will be able to set up an e-wallet and substitute your cash transactions through electronic means. And it is as simple and useful like a physical wallet that can be used in any occasions for any small denominations that you would use in your day-to-day life. Do you think it works? There are examples of this already working in small locations by small traders in rural areas. We shall here discuss 3 options for using your mobile phone as an alternative for cash payments. The option 1 is called USSD option. Those who have a basic phone can use this option for money transactions. Users would dial a number *99# to interact with the system. E-wallet option, those who have a smartphone can use this option. It is like having an e-purse on your mobile. The bank money will get transferred onto your mobile and the mobile can be used for any of your transactions. The only requirement here is that the other person with whom you are transacting should also have the same e-wallet application. The third option is UPI payment option. Those who have smartphone can again avail this facility. The other person need not have the same app downloaded on their system. They can use any UPI enabled applications of their bank or of any other private party. We shall take a look at each of these 3 options in detail. USSD option, here the requirement is that you should have a mobile phone linked to the bank account. You can only use the same mobile phone to transact with the account. Also, the option will work only with GSM mobiles. If you are using a CDMA handset, this options will not work on your handset. There are local language options also for this. Instead of *99#, if you try *99*25#, you will get, for example, Malayalam. This can also be used for 8 types of services as shown in the screen. Before using this, kindly check the operational charges and be convinced that this is valuable for you. We will take you through 3 stages of using this *99# option. The stage number 1 is knowing your MMID. Mobile money identification number is MMID. When you link your mobile number to your bank account, you will get this MMID. However, there is likelihood that you may not remember your MMID. If you know the MMID, you can skip this stage. Otherwise, this is the stage to find out your MMID. You first dial *99# using your mobile. Then it will give you a welcome screen. There you have to either enter the 3-letter of your bank code or the 4-letter of the bank IFSC code. Once you enter here, for example, we have chosen SBI. So SBIN is the IFSC code. Once you enter that, it will show the other screen with 8 options. Please bear in mind, some of the banks may not open up all the 8 options. Kindly check the bank that you are working with. If all the 8 options are available, this is the screen that will show up. In this, press the option number 6, that is know your MMID. And when you dial after pressing the option 6, MMID will get displayed on your screen. Please take a note of this MMID because this is important when you are doing the money transfers. Stage 2 is creating the MPIN. When you are using mobile phone for transactions, you are required to create an MPIN. Sometimes you might have already created the MPIN when you are transacting with the bank directly. If you have an MPIN already, you can skip this. Otherwise, the first 3 screens are same, and the third screen where the option screen comes, instead of 6, you choose 7. That is the option for changing the MPIN. When you press that option, it will throw 2 options again in the screen. You have to choose option number 1 for setting the or generating the MPIN. There you have to enter the last 6 digits of your debit card issued by your bank, followed by a space and key in the expiry month and year. Once you press that and dial, it will again show up another screen where you can choose a 4-digit MPIN of your choice. Here, for example, we have just chosen 1111. So you enter that, leave a space, and again re-enter the MPIN that you have chosen, and then dial back, and it will give you a confirmation saying that your MPIN is set. Now the third stage is where you use this option of USSD for fund transfer. In this step, before doing any fund transfer, you need to know the other person's mobile number and MMID. The first 3 options are similar to stage 1 and stage 2. In the options menu, you will choose option 3, that is fund transfer using MMID. When you press the option 3 and dial, it will show up a screen asking you to enter the beneficiary's mobile number. You enter the beneficiary's mobile number, it will again show you another screen asking you to enter the beneficiary's MMID. Once you enter the beneficiary's MMID, it will show up the next screen where you have to enter the amount that you wish to transfer, followed by a space, and you can add a remark. Remark column is optional. Once you enter this and dial back, it will show the last screen. This is where you have to enter your MPIN and the last 4 digits of your account number separated by a single space. Kindly note, this is the last 4 digits of your bank account number and not the debit card number. Once you enter all this data and press the dial button, it will give you a confirmation saying that your account is debited and the other person's account is credited with the amount that you have chosen. These are the 3 stages of using a basic phone for doing a money transfer from your account to the other account. In the next section, we will show you the options of using an e-wallet or an UPI based application for fund transfer or fund reception. Please note, we do not endorse any company or brand that is depicted here. This training program is created in public interest only. We have tested and used this application to a level of satisfaction, but the users are requested to test the application before using it or before advocating for others to use it. These set of instructions are for using SBI Buddy, which is an e-wallet application created and distributed by State Bank of India. The specialities are, it is suited if you have a smartphone. The additional requirement of using SBI Buddy as an e-wallet is that you should have a valid email account. Please note, creating an email account is completely free and very easy to do. So you will need an email account to use SBI Buddy. And your beneficiaries are also required to use SBI Buddy as their e-wallet. Because this is wallet to wallet transfer, if you are transferring money to another person, the other person also should have SBI Buddy. The feature of this wallet is that you can store money in this wallet like a purse. Not only pay, but also you can receive money from others using this application. There is no charge involved if the money transfer is not done to the bank. All other transactions are free except bank transaction. To download the application, you should go to Google Play Store. This is found in the Android phone home screen itself. When you go to the Google Play Store, search for SBI Buddy and you will see the screen as follows, and you press the install and the installation procedure happen. Once the applications are installed, it will open up the screen. The first choice is to choose the language. You can choose English or any of the local languages. Please note, SBI Buddy has the maximum number of local language options for use. For demonstration purpose, we are taking you through English. This is the sign up screen. You will have to enter the details that are mentioned in the screen and press the sign up. Alternatively, if you have a Facebook account, you can log in directly using Facebook. Once you have entered the details and signed up, it will send you an OTP to the mobile number that you have just entered. You have to use the OTP that you have received to register into the next screen. Along with that, you will be asked to also create a 4-digit PIN. This is an important password which is required for you to use this application again. And in case you lose the PIN for any reasons, you can recover it using the option of the security question and the answer to it. Once the terms and conditions are agreed and continued, it will finish the registration process, and you will be given an entry screen like this. This is where you will have to enter the MPIN that you have set recently to log into the system. This is the main screen of SBI Buddy. This has got 4 options. The options are adding money, whereby you can add money into the wallet from your bank account. Send money, you can pay someone using this option. There is a third option called Pay Now. This is where you can send money to a small shopkeeper or a shop owner through this option. And there are other functions such as sending money to the bank or listing your transactions. And there are value-added services like booking train tickets, movie tickets, and so on and so forth. We will take a look at each of these options one by one. The option number 1 is for adding money to your wallet from the bank account. Once you press this add money option, it will show up the screen. You enter the money that is required to be transferred from the bank account to your wallet. You can use either net banking or debit card option. We are showing you the debit card option. Once you enter the debit card screen, you will be asked to enter the details of the debit card as shown in the picture. So card number, expiry date, 3-digit CVV, card holder name, and make the payment. Once you enter all that, it will show you a confirmation screen where you have to enter your PIN number once again and confirm it. Once that is done, the transaction process will be complete. Your balance will reflect the change that you have recently made. In this screen, you will see the option of sending money to someone. Press the send money option. It will show up a screen where you have to enter the contact detail. If you have the contact in your contact list, you just can type in the name also. Once you pick the contact, it will show the next screen where you will have to enter the amount that you wish to transfer. And if you wish to save that contact as a favorite in your buddies for future use, you can also click the save contact as favorite. Once this is done and press the continue option, it will ask for the PIN number for confirming the transaction. Enter the PIN number and confirm the transaction. An SMS will be sent to you as well as the other beneficiary talking about the details of the transaction that has been done. The other option is to pay a merchant or a shopkeeper through the Buddy option. So Pay Now is the option for that. Once you click that option, it will show up the screen as shown here. You can enter the mobile number or a QR code of the merchant. This is an interesting option. If you have a camera phone, you can open up the camera and the merchant is provided with a QR code by Buddy. You can scan the QR code. It will automatically transfer the information of the merchants to you. You just need to enter the amount that you wanted to transfer to the merchant and the transaction is done. For any reason, if you are not comfortable using it or if you don't have a camera phone, you can always key in the merchant's mobile number. Then it will show up the next screen where you can enter the amount and close the transactions. There is a screen where you can do a transfer from Buddy to the bank. Go to the listing option of Buddy home screen and it will open up a screen called transfer to the account. Press the transfer to account. It will open up the screen where you need to enter the amount and you have two options, IMPS MMID or IMPS IFSC. If you know the MMID, you can use that option. Here we are using the IFSC. Once you press that, it will open up a screen where you need to enter the bank account number, IFSC code, and the account type. Once it is pressed, the confirmation needs to be entered. Once it is confirmed, an SMS will be sent to you as well as to the other person regarding the transaction. The balance amount will be reflected accordingly. Kindly note, SBI Buddy charges you a 3% fees plus service tax on any transfer that you make to the bank. This is only applicable if you are transferring money to the bank. No other transactions such as transferring to a merchant, transferring to another individual will attract any fees whatsoever. If you wanted to see the recent transaction list, there is an option where you go to the listing and it will open up the new screen as indicated here. You choose My Transactions and it will show up the screen where you will see all the recent transactions. The plus button shows the money received and the minus button shows the money that has been sent. Well, that's pretty much most of the functions of SBI Buddy. In summary, you can add money from the bank to Buddy. You can pay someone using SBI Buddy. You can pay a merchant using easy option of SBI Buddy. There are other functions such as transferring money to the bank or listing the latest transactions. Or you can also look at value-added services like booking tickets, etc., which is not been discussed here. There is also a lot of other e-payment or e-wallet providers in the country. One of the most popular providers is Paytm. We will quickly look at some of the screens of Paytm. The process of installing Paytm is similar to Buddy. Go to Google Play Store, search for Paytm, press install, and it will install on your mobile. Once you open up the screen, it will ask for the language setting. Incidentally, Paytm do not yet have a Malayalam option. It does have a lot of local language option, but Malayalam is yet to come. Hopefully they will add it pretty soon. Once that is done, it will open up the registration screen. This is an interesting difference of Paytm. Here you don't need to enter email ID. Unlike SBI Buddy, which needs a mandatory field as email, Paytm does not require email ID. So if you only have your mobile number, that is enough to start registering to Paytm. Once you register it, it will open up the main screen. Very similar functions as that of SBI Buddy. You can use this Paytm e-wallet for making payment to someone or sending money to the bank. You can add money to the wallet from the bank. You can see the latest transactions that has happened using this e-wallet, or you can request payment from someone. At a very high level, the differences of Paytm is that it doesn't need an email. It also has a special package for business called Paytm for Business, which gives a lot of discounts for transacting to the bank. Local language support is lesser compared to SBI Buddy, and the fees for transacting to the bank is 4% flat. Unlike SBI Buddy, which is 3% plus a service tax. However, Paytm do offer discounts from time to time. We will quickly take a look at the four options given. First is sending money or paying someone. When you were to send money to the bank, press the pay or send button. It will open up a screen in which you choose the option of sending to the bank. Once you click that, it will ask for the bank holder name, account number, IFSC code, and the amount that you wish to transfer. Please note, the Paytm will allow a transfer of only between 100 rupees to 5,000 rupees to the bank at a time. If you were to pay an individual, click the pay or send button, go to the screen and select the mobile number, enter the mobile number, the amount that you wish to pay, and press the send button. That will complete the pay someone option. You can add money to Paytm from the bank using this menu, which is called add money button. Once you press it, enter the amount and press the add money button. It will open up a screen where you'll have to enter the card details of your bank, such as card number, expiry month, expiry year, 3-digit CVV, and pay now. Once that is done, money gets transferred to your e-wallet from the bank. The other two interesting options, one is passbook. This is an option similar to what you have seen in Buddy, where you can see the listing of all the recent transactions. The plus sign indicates the cash received and the minus sign indicates the cash that has been sent. There is an interesting last option given by Paytm where you can request money from someone. You need to press this button and it will open up a screen like this where you need to enter the mobile number of the person whom you wish to ask for money and the amount that you wanted to ask and press the request money. A notification will go from your Paytm wallet to the other person's Paytm wallet, and if the person approves the notification, then the money will get transferred. If for any reason the other person declines the money request, then the transactions will get cancelled and the notification will come to you saying that it is cancelled. There are other value-added services by Paytm also, such as paying for bus ticket or booking trains and so on and so forth. We have thus covered the second important option of using e-wallet. Now we'll quickly get into the instructions of using an UPI enabled application. Here we discuss SBI Pay. Kindly note SBI Pay is an UPI enabled application and hence money is not stored like an e-wallet, but the app will enable to connect to the bank and then send and receive directly between the banks. Since it is interoperable and since it is connected to the banks directly, a user can use any UPI enabled application. There is no mandatory requirement of having the same application installed in the beneficiary or the other person's side. There are multiple number of applications that are available in the market. Most of the banks have released their UPI enabled app. A sample list is showed here. SBI Pay is a State Bank of India distributed application. Kindly note, you can use the app without even having an SBI account. Quickly, the difference between an e-wallet and an UPI based application is this. Both of them support electronic money transfer. The e-wallet stores money in the wallet and transfer is enabled between wallet to wallet. Whereas in a UPI enabled application, money is transferred directly from the bank to the other side and hence the users can use any of the application supporting UPI. There is a transfer limit for SBI Buddy that is 15,000 per day and 20,000 per month, whereas the transfer limit for UPI enabled SBI Pay is rupees 50,000 for daily. There is no monthly transfer limit. There is a charge of 3% plus service tax for transferring money between Buddy to the bank, whereas for every transaction, SBI Pay charges a flat 5 rupee as of now. If you are making small transactions and if you are not using a transfer to bank option, e-wallet is a suited option for you. If you are making large transactions between users, then look at options such as SBI Pay. The installation procedures are very similar to other apps. Go to Google Play Store, search for SBI Pay, download the app and then it will open up a screen such as this. Interestingly, SBI Pay is not available in local languages right now. So hopefully they will release local language options very soon. So hence there is no option for choosing a language now. So this is the registration screen. Most of the data is similar to other applications. One interesting aspect that you may want to look at is the creation of virtual address. UPI enables this option of creating a convenient address called virtual address through which money transfers can happen. For example, here we have chosen XXXX as our virtual address. If you are using SBI Pay, then it will add a suffix of SBI Pay. So the virtual address becomes XXXX at SBI. If you are using another bank's application, it may become suffixed with that bank's alphabets. You can hide all the other information such as IFSC code, even mobile number for that matter, account number. You just need to know the other person's virtual address to transfer the money. Kindly note, this is an absolutely safe option because you can only transfer money by knowing the virtual address. You cannot take money from the other side by just knowing the virtual address. You can also choose any of the participating banks. Around 32 banks are participating now in UPI applications. So it need not just be SBI, you can choose any other bank. It will take you to the next screen once you have registered your bank details. If the bank has got multiple accounts in your name, then you can choose using this the right account that you wanted to take. Then it takes you to the application password screen where you'll have to set a convenient password for using SBI Pay, because every time you use SBI Pay, it will ask you for the application password, and this is the password that you will be using there. In order to recover the password in case you forget it, there is a choice of a secret question and an answer that you can set. You can store this secret question and answer separately so that in case you forget the PIN, you can recover it. This completes the application password setup process. There is one more setting process whereby you are linking your bank account through an MPIN. This menu shows the option to set the MPIN. Here you will see the selected bank account. You will have to enter the last 6 digits of your debit card and the expiry date and submit it. It will send you an OTP into the registered mobile. Enter the OTP in the other screen and also set a convenient MPIN that will be used for transacting with the bank. So in summary, in order to set up SBI Pay, you need 3 stages. One is creating a virtual address. Remember the @SBI address that we have created. Second, you have to create an application password to log into the application. And thirdly, as we saw very recently, you have to set up a mobile PIN linking the bank account to this mobile app. This is the home screen of SBI Pay. Features are somewhat similar to SBI Buddy or Paytm Wallet. You can, for example, pay someone through the app. If someone has requested you for money, you can approve the request for payment received from other person. You can do an account management where you can add multiple accounts, bank accounts to SBI Pay. You can also send a request asking for money. You can list all the recent transactions. And there is a new option wherein if you are having a dispute on any transaction, you can raise the dispute here. We will quickly take you through the screens wherein you can pay someone. For example, this is the screen that you will see for paying someone. Most of the screens are similar, so we are not touching the details of it, except the part that instead of using a mobile number or an account number, in this case, you only ask the virtual address of the other person. So in this case, we have used Rosh at ICICI. So this is being sent to ICICI, which Rosh is banking with. And once you enter the MPIN, then the process is complete. The other process is where you can ask for money. Again, you can ask the other person by just typing in the other person's virtual address. Once it is the details are entered, you can also set the expiry days and minutes. Then it will go to the approve screen and the other person needs to approve it. If the other person doesn't approve it, or it will automatically get expired after the expiry period, or if the other person declines it, also the transaction get cancelled. This is quickly the screen where you can add multiple accounts or change the MPIN. This is the screen where you can look at your recent transactions, very similar to other applications that we have seen. In summary, SBI Pay has features such as paying someone, accepting someone's payment, asking for getting the payment. You can do account management as well as you can see the recent transactions. The interesting part is all these transactions between payees and payer are done through the virtual address. We have come to the end of this training program. So we have seen 3 options of using your mobile phone. If you have only a basic mobile phone, you can use the USSD option and dial *99# options to interact with your bank. If you have a smartphone, you have 2 options. One is an e-wallet option wherein you can transact between wallet to wallet. And if you have an UPI payment application, then you can transfer and receive money using this application directly between bank to bank. There are features and pros and cons for each of these applications. Users are requested to look at the options and choose the right one which is convenient for you. We wish to thank you for a patient listening. Hope this training program has given you enough inputs to enable yourself for phone-based electronic transactions. If you wish to know more information, you can always contact us at the email ID given here, or you can send a message through our Facebook account mentioned here. Thank you.